Even if Jeremy Lin retired last August 2025, he still got a new signature shoe. Actually, the XTEP JLin 6 initially released the same month he retired, but the shoe has not been widely available except in some online resellers. In fact, if you're in the Philippines, the shoe has only been available in XTEP's official Shopee store just this November. But now you're probably wondering if the XTEP JLin 6 is gonna be his last signature shoe, and is the shoe even any good in the first place? You see, I have been writing sneaker stories and posting shoe reviews for more than 10 years, but it will not take you a decade to figure out that not all basketball players get their own signature shoes. And for those who do get them, only a very select few of them get to have new signature shoes after retiring. There's actually just two: Michael Jordan and Dwayne Wade. LeBron James, Kevin Durant, and Damian Lillard will probably be part of that exclusive list soon after they retire. Question is, will Jeremy Lin even be joining that list? Perhaps the best clue is the path that Michael Jordan and Dwayne Wade took, because they are the ones already retired as of today. Both of them established their brands before they retired. Jordan brand was established in September 1997, about 2 years before MJ called it quits the second time in 1999, while the way of Wade was established in 2012, about 7 years before Dwayne Wade's retirement. Jeremy Lin does not have any of that, but there's one other way, so let's have a quick conversation. Based on the product catalog, it seems that the best performance feature of the shoe is its cushioning. That has been the case with Jeremy Lin's previous signature shoes. The XTEP JLin 6 will still have full-length XTEP Ace, which is the brand's top-tier foam material. If you haven't tried it yet, let me just say that it's worth the shot. The other thing about the JLin 6 is that it has multiple support pieces. There's an EVA frame at the heel, on top of which is a teardrop-shaped TPU piece for heel stability. There's also a carbon plate at the midfoot, but the thing is, it's loaded on top of the foam cushioning. At the bottom of the forefoot though is a fork-shaped TPU for extra rigidity. There's also a TPU frame supporting the lateral of the foam material. You could say that the XTEP JLin 6 has a ton of cushioning safeguards. The rest of the shoe is also how it has usually been with the past models. According to XTEP, the shoe uses a woven upper, while the outsole uses lightweight solid rubber with water ripple traction pattern for multi-directional coverage. At this point, you're probably wondering what's going on with Jeremy Lin, because even if he's still no longer in the NBA, how in the world does he still get to have a new signature shoe? Here's what you need to know. Jeremy Lin actually announced his basketball retirement last August 30, 2025, but this was not in the NBA. He last played in the Taiwan Professional Basketball League, or TPBL, for the New Taipei Kings. It was a memorable final run for him, having won the 2025 TPBL championship while being named the finals MVP at the same time. This happened in June, 2 months before he retired, so the JLin 6 was already waiting to hit the stores when Lin played the last professional game in his career. The last time Jeremy Lin actually played in the NBA was in 2019. That was while playing for the Toronto Raptors as a deep bench player during the 2019 NBA Finals against his former team, the Golden State Warriors. The Raptors eventually won the championship, making Lin the first Asian American to win an NBA ring, despite just posting a total of 9 points in 27 minutes throughout the postseason. But he was not yet with XTEP at the time. He was still signed with Adidas, and in that final game, he wore the Dragon Pack colorway of the Adidas Crazy Quick 2.5 low PE. By August 2019, Lin signed with XTEP, coinciding with his signing with the Beijing Ducks in the Chinese Basketball Association. He would join the TPBL in 2023 and would spend the last 2 years of his basketball career there. So it was actually after his NBA career was over when his sneaker career took an interesting turn. Jeremy Lin was a Nike athlete for the first 3 years of his NBA career. By 2014, he signed with Adidas. It was only in November 2020, almost 9 years in the NBA, when his first X-Step signature shoe came out. The JLin 1 retailed for about $110, and the shoe had decent support and was good for outdoor courts, but the feather foam and X dynamic foam cushioning felt insufficient. The fit was also a hit or a miss. There was a lot of room for improvement. And that improvement kind of started with the JLin 2. The shoe retailed for about $120 and had a plush X-Step boom foam that also provided great impact protection. It was a very stable shoe as well, but the fit was a bit narrow and the outsole was a dust magnet. Subsequently, the JLin 3 retailed for about $115 and had a ton of support to the point that it needed quite a bit of break-in time. The X-Step boom foam cushioning also left much to be desired. Interestingly, there is no JLin 4. That's because Chinese culture considers the number 4 as unlucky because its Chinese pronunciation is similar to the Chinese word for death. And so X-Step jumped ahead to the JLin 5. The shoe had good cushioning and traction, but could give some discomfort due to the TPU wraps on the upper and the very rigid shank. Now you have the X-Step JLin 6, but is it gonna be Jeremy Lin's last signature shoe? The thing is, the details about Jeremy Lin's contract with XTEP are not widely known, because if his contract does say that it ends on a specific year past his retirement, say 2027 or 2028 and so on, you could see a few more of his signature shoes releasing. But that could be wishful thinking. Now, I'm not saying that Jeremy Lin does not deserve a shoe past his retirement. What I'm saying is that unless you have a lifetime deal, sneaker contracts oftentimes end once a basketball player retires. The XTEP JLin 6 may be his last, but to be fair, it's been quite a sneaker career for Jeremy Lin, from Nike to Adidas and finally XTEP. But let me know what you think. Hey man, thanks for watching. You can support me and my rescued cats by joining my channel membership. Thanks, and I hope to see you on the next one.